On one, ready? 11.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
11 MT, take.
Burrow on play action. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Opening carry of the game for Cordarrelle Patterson. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They'll run with Patterson. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. Here's 3rd and goal now back at the 11. He'll look to throw. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Falcons respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
11.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Bengals at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins, take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
To the air again, Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
11 Thomas. 11. 11.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have moved out in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season that could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
On first down, going back to Patterson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Well, you see the speed there of Daxton Hill reaching him before he could get back to the line of scrimmage. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Throw left side complete. That's Patterson. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Complete to Cordero Patterson. A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 36. Give to Patterson, running to the right. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now, Falcon football. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Ritter's pass completes at Pitts. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. On second down, around with Patterson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. This offense on third down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They're going to look to throw. And he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And now off to the races, down the right side. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. That's into the hands of Edwards. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back to throw now on first down. This one into the hands of Pitts. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Tossing out right here to Patterson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. He'll look to throw. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals TV. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. McPherson on for the point after. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. They'll look to throw. Had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Arnold Ebiketie able to record his 5th sack of the season. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And, that one's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
11, 11. 11, 11.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 2nd and 5. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now back to throw. And this will be caught by Edwards. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Back to throw again. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It's a gain of 35. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll go with a keeper. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll try to run with Patterson. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
I'm wondering.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Dancing to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Back to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take it.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Well, Charles, they were so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking there for picks, but intercepted. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throwing interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
11 coming.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
12.
Burrow going for it on 4th. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. And McPherson on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Logan Wilson gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Ritter and the Falcons need an answer and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. He'll drop to throw. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Trey Flowers picks it, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early?
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league where we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So the PI decline, and that'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And when you scout tight ends, one thing you want to know, just how strong they are. And we saw it in evidence there. He was able to fight through all the contact and still secure the football.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They'll look to throw here. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals, JD. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Well, they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got a man. It's Berkshire, the tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They'll set up to throw. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively at 2nd down. So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. And now here's another interception. Trey Flowers picks it. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals, JD. Well, there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there is just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
Here's McPherson now to send it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Second and 3. He's got the tight end Ferkser right side complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Touchdown, Bengals. T. Higgins, 41 yards. And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Valentine opting not to return it, and his guys will have it at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. They're going to look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to have a short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Arnold Ebiketie gets there for the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. Drop behind the line on a nice play by Deion Jones.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you can always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
12, 12, 12.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Here we go.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
11 MT, 11 mighty, 11 MT pace, 11 MT pace.
Now Burrow. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. McPherson now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, the early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Burrow. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Falcons are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. DJ Reader able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. Defense walks off the field. They can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both. Yeah. Yeah. Hold up. It ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slam